friends. Welcome to Genuinely Curious. I'm your host, Shantiana Keys, here with Jalyn, who is being a trooper, okay? Jalyn Johnson is the host and creator of The Uncovered Show, formerly a host and reporter at NCAA Digital and ESPN. And we are both sports girlies, but we love some pop culture. Jalyn,
Yes, we
welcome to the
do.
show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. We have
Oh my
so
gosh.
much to discuss.
So much to discuss. And I just want to say, y'all, this is take 3 for us, not because we're unprofessional or anything like that. Technology and timing is not on our side today. Okay. But
And that hotel.
right.
That
We
hotel. Call them
persevered
out.
though. Right. The Ritz Carlton didn't have my room ready. And yeah, so it threw our whole day off. Okay. And that's okay though, because we are the type of girls who overcome.
Roll with the punches, honey. You got
Roll with the
to.
punches. Okay, so of course we're here to talk pop culture. The majority of the show will be about the life of a showgirl by Taylor Swift. Okay, but I do want to kind of get your pulse on your pop culture interest in the zeitgeist. Okay, I know you're Beyonce. You're a Beyonce
Period.
fan.
Number one.
You're Beyonce.
Thank you, in her words. Thank you. You know, I am obsessed with Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter.
Uh-huh.
She's my number one. She is my only one. Okay.
I
I
see what you
do
did there.
love me. You see what I did? I do love me some Ariana Grande. What a
This was new for
vocalist.
me. I didn't know you loved Ariana Grande until recently.
Love, love. I did not get those tickets to that show. Will I still be at the show? Some way, somehow. I'm going to make it into that concert because I'm not missing it. And you
Yeah.
know what? I want to bring everybody to the front. If y'all got an MQ for those tickets because y'all like Wicked, I'm going to need y'all to start selling them.
Because y'all like Wicked.
This is not for the Wicked fans. This is not for the Wicked fans. She will not be singing. No. If you
Yeah.
got tickets for that show and you are a Wicked fan, and that's how you are a fan of Ariana Grande, sell them. I'll send my email out so you can transfer the tickets to me. I'm looking for tickets to the June 30th, 2026 show in Sunshine, Florida. Sunrise, sunshine, whatever.
Not an ad.
Here I am. I'm putting all of my ducks out on the table
Oh
because
my
I
gosh.
need that. It's a couple days before my 30th birthday. I already had the week planned out how I needed it to look, and I couldn't get the tickets. So
You will find a way. You will find a way. I don't think it'll be through this route though.
you don't know that.
What is
You
that
don't
thing
know
they used to
that.
do in the newspaper? It was like a ad, like it's not a call ad. It's like it used to be a page
Like,
where you could put your
yeah, ads for
services.
everything.
I don't think that's what it's called.
It's not called ads for everything, but that would have been a catchy name.
Yeah, but like you used to be like, I need to find
The
a
one's
husband.
ads. The one
The
ads.
wanted ad. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
I
Yes.
want some tickets,
She
please.
wants tickets. Y'all heard it here. I hope this
Yes,
I hope I hope this helps.
I hope so.
Okay, so we
Who
got
are my other babies? Jonas Brothers, love.
girl. Well, you listen,
I already know.
You already
I
know.
already know.
Yes, I'm down. I'm down.
Coco Jones, Ella May, Giveon. Ugh,
It's a lot of
yes.
music.
I love music. Music is like the lifeline to my life. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is pray to my Lord and Savior. And
Amen.
then the second thing I do is tell Alexa to put on something funky. All right. I'm ready to
Funky,
get to it. Something
bruh.
funky. Play something because I like people that are like, oh, I haven't listened to music today. Huh? I don't even move my car unless I have the song started that I want to go. I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
do that.
All right. Okay, tell me what you watching. What else are we getting into?
Right now, I'm watching Hell's Kitchen, not the Broadway show. Okay, because we
We
got
had
that
to
a
cover
little
that in
confused
take
earlier.
1.
Hell's Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay. I started at season 1 a couple months ago. I am now earlier. I told you I was on 18. I finished 18. I'm now on 19. I
That's
think.
crazy. Like, what are you enjoying about him yelling at people?
I love a competition show for one.
Okay.
And I love people doing things that I cannot do, which also is, we'll put a pin in that for later when we get to talking about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
But I love watching people do things that I cannot do. I'm not a chef. I can cook. Okay. I have my 3 signature dishes, and
Quickly, what are
that's
they?
no peak chicken bake, fettuccine alfredo, and a good salmon plate. That's
Hmm.
about I can knock those out real quick.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. So I love when he's like, come here, come here, come here. Touch that. And he's like, it's raw. And then he be throwing people out the kitchen. Oh, it just scratches something in me. I
I
did just get finished watching Scandal too, which was my like third rewatch. So,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Wait, did you watch it in real time?
oh yeah, I was a TGIT girl. I was a TGIT.
TGIT. Bruh, we really lived in a golden era.
What? Yes. Shonda Rhimes can have any and everything she would ever want from me because she
But I
continues with Bridgerton. Uh,
right. Bops.
uh,
Bops. I think she
Bops.
just got previewed as or like teased as the guest for Alex Cooper on Call Her Daddy.
I think the episode's either out already because as I was doing my TikTok scrollies earlier, I saw lots of clips. So I don't know if it's out or if she's just, posting a lot from it, but she's on there and Alex is wait, what is her name Alex? Alex Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Um yeah, she was asking some questions I really wanted to know. So it seems like it's gonna be
Okay,
decent.
fine. I'll allow. I'm just
Okay.
like, oh, I think this gets to the
Come on, you
heart
have a
of
thought.
right. It's like hard. I think this gets to the heart of what we're gonna be talking about. Like there are just certain women who get to build these platforms who I'm not saying not talented, because there's something Alex does that, she was able to outgrind some people and get the job done.
She
Um
moves the needle, yeah.
she moves the needles for the girls, not our girls, but for the girls.
For the girl
And
she does.
I can appreciate that, but there's something about her as well. I don't know. I'm gonna sound like a hater, but I do want to give this disclaimer before we hop into this life of a
Yeah.
showgirl that this is two black women having a conversation about Taylor Swift. Okay, we are not
Mhm.
haters of Taylor Swift. Okay,
No.
that's the first thing people want to jump to when the conversation becomes about her, and I promise you that is not the case. But we have lived in an era of growing up with this woman. We are younger than she is, Jalyn younger than
Mhm.
I, and we've seen her in real time. Okay.
Yes.
We've gone through life or the stages of life at a similar time as her as well. Okay. So that's important context. The other important context is, okay, uh,
Uh-oh.
most black women typically will just leave this alone. Like, but I did
Yeah,
on this platform because only like my mother and a couple other people are gonna listen to it, and that's okay. Okay. Um, Now if this gets out ever and y'all want to circle back with these comments, like, okay, it's on wax, that's fine.
because I'm gonna
These are
stand
my
on
true
everything I'm saying. They're my
right.
true
These
feelings.
are my true thoughts that I don't put to the masses for reasons because fans are crazy. Swifties can get a
Yes.
little chaotic.
They can.
Jalen, what is your context for Taylor Swift? Like, who is she in your world or in the world that you've known?
Right now, she is not really in my purview as far as somebody that well, let me say this. I live in Kansas City, so I hear about her quite often.
Oh yeah,
So
duh. Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so here she is the princess of the city. Like
Right.
she is okay.
Makes sense. Yep.
Now, so when I was younger, when she was strumming her guitar, baby, he's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar, holding up the sign in the window, flirting with the guy across the yard from her. I was with her. It's a
Yeah.
love story, baby. Just say yes. She wears short
Absolutely.
skirts. I wear a t-shirt. She's cheer captain. I'm in the bleachers.
I'm with
Now,
you.
I was indeed cheer captain, but I still felt her. I still felt her.
Yeah.
You
I thought
know,
that was a great point you made. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I still felt her in that time. I just feel like from then to now, I feel like I have outgrown her, even though she is elder than me.
Yeah.
I think there's something that there was a point in her journey of music that I was hoping she like just got to a point where she was as the quote unquote lyricist of our generation, lyrical genius of our generation. I wanted her to be speaking to me as I was growing up it feels to me right now that she's still speaking to me when I was in high school.
Right.
And
No.
so I
Mhm.
just did not, she has not evolved in a way that aligns with where I am in life and the things that I've gone through and things that I want to hear about. And not that I don't want to hear about love and heartbreak and all those things, because the girlies that I listen to are talking about that, but I feel like they're doing it in a more adult way.
Yeah, and I can't put my finger on what it is necessarily, cuz to your point, you know, Kaylani, she's talking about some version of a love, right?
Mhm.
Adele, Billie
Ugh.
Eilish, all these people are speaking of some kind of love, but there's an evolution like there's an evolution of the story. Like it feels
Mhm.
like Taylor has a couple of stories. Like
Yeah.
I'm yearning for the guy. The guy sucked. I love the guy. Which I guess those
Yeah.
are really only the stories to tell, but I don't know. It just feels like a gimmick at this point. And yeah, I think a point of artistry, and it's something I thought about earlier, is that artists make music for themselves as a release of their own stories.
Yeah.
And it's like, if the audience likes it, we love that. That's great. But this was a release I needed to have. Whereas Taylor, with this album, and I heard some interview where she's talking about that, like her fans like this thing in this album, and so she was trying to do that thing. And like I think there's a problem with that as an artist. Like you should be creating for your sake, not for the sake of your fans. And this was
Yeah.
very formulaic and based on the responses of like the diehard fans, she delivered exactly what they like. She said when she tells stories through the perspective of her song, where she's embodying another character, is what she was
Mhm.
alluding to, and so she got that job done, I guess.
She did. And
Yeah,
uh, I would say I listened to the album because I know
yeah,
people say, you didn't even listen to it.
yeah.
I listened to it. I listened to it. And I went in, and I will say that I listened to it after hearing the first day of discourse on TikTok. So I will not say I went into it unbiased, but I definitely was like, okay, I'm going to sit down, because I was so interested in the fact that there was so much discourse and more negative discourse than I've ever heard about Taylor Swift from not Taylor Swift haters, Taylor Swift fans. And so I
Right.
said, this is different, because I never ever thought I would see the day. So I listened to it. And to me, in my opinion, it sounds like what I expect Taylor Swift's albums to sound like.
Yes.
So I don't know. I can't tell you because I didn't listen to the last album.
Is it the current climate of the world? Could that be a large part of this? Or
I
could it
think
be an aging fan base like you said?
I think it's a little mix of both. I think it's an aging fan base. I think the climate of where we are right now in so many different ways, politically, socially, just where we are as a society. There is a ton of stuff going on. And I am not saying that artists need to be so tiptoey about things that they put out. But I do think that as one of the superstars of the world, with everything that's going on, I think there is something to be said to say, I don't know if we can handle this right now as a society.
Right.
I don't want to get into the comparison game, but y'all know the artist of my life is Beyonce. And so when I think about how well I think she navigates things like that, like when she was about to announce that the Cowboy Carter tour was happening, or that the
Mhm.
album was something with Cowboy Carter was happening,
Yeah.
and the wildfires were happening in California,
Yeah.
and there was a date for the drop, and she's like, here's the drop. And then when the date came, everybody was online waiting for the drop, and it ended up being a press release saying, I'm not doing this right now.
Right. Yeah.
Just being aware of what's going on. I'm not saying that she should have not dropped this album, but I'm saying there are some things said on the album and some songs and the way that the album has been released with the multiple versions and the movie in the theater and all these things that maybe were a little tone deaf
Yeah.
because of where we are.
And in fairness, I do think that there is a reality that Taylor Swift occupies a certain space in the world that is different than other people.
For sure.
So Beyonce, if Beyonce released an album right now, it's not going to be received the same way as Taylor, a white blonde woman with privilege, releasing a very happy go lucky album.
Yeah.
Beyonce has released political albums, at least 3 albums in a row. So even if she put that album out today, as a black woman in America, an oppressed person who is currently under attack, it's going to be perceived a different way. So,
Yes.
and whether you consider that to be fair or not, that is the world we live in, and that is
That's the
again
truth.
why people, I think, respond in the way that they do, especially when
Mhm.
she said in Miss Americana, the documentary, that she had taken a back seat and been quiet about her political ideals, and then decided she was going to change that in the 2020 election. Well, you can't
Mhm.
like all of a sudden decide like, no, you're not into it. And then you can't align yourself with the NFL and Travis Kelsey, who really sides nowhere. Well, he did when Colin Kaepernick took a knee. I will say he did do that as well. But it seems like they are set on aligning themselves with the Mahomes, which again, we know that they have aligned themselves with mega ideals.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying she doesn't need to be an activist. I don't think that that's her role or anything, but the scrutiny she has gotten, I believe, is appropriate.
Yeah. And I mean it's art, right? Like art is supposed to be scrutinized. Like
Mhm.
paintings and music and movies and TV shows have been scrutinized for decades. She's not the first artist to be scrutinized about the way she puts things out, and I think that the difference now in stan culture and just the her story and how she has come up, and I know we'll get to this in a little bit, but I think she's such a charged figure that even us having to put a disclaimer on the front of this proves that, right? Like, we're not haters. Please don't come for us. Don't
Right.
yell at me because I have a different opinion. I think the stand culture and the Beehive does it too. There are some people in the Beehive that are way too far. Beyonce called us out for it a couple years ago. She told us to be quiet, and then we told her to be quiet. We weren't taking it. We told her to sit down and mind her business. So she tried, but people were like, no, this isn't about you, even though it is. But this isn't about
Yeah.
you. Shut up and be quiet. So she did try. But that's what stan culture has become. It's become this very like, well, if you don't like everything that my fave does, then you're a hater.
Right.
And
Okay.
that's just not always the case.
Right. Right. No, no, no. That's true. And I think both fandoms are going to would do that. Like
Yeah.
Beyonce fans are the Beehive is not going to let you just talk
No,
crazy about her and you can go online. Like they're both equally as volatile, but once again,
there's a
Beyonce's
difference.
fans typically look a certain way and Taylor Swift fans look a certain way. Certain privileges come along with Taylor's fans, and I think that there's a reality that they also have to live in when speaking up. Cuz I'll tell you what, based on the people like from high school and growing up that I saw after Charlie Kirk was murdered, like seeing people come out of the woodworks and like have ideas that I didn't know that they had or whatever, just shockingly, like in a way where
Yeah.
you're like, oh shoot, this is what that felt
Yeah.
like. If I'm being honest, there were a lot of white women that I follow on TikTok who I thought were down for the cause, baby, who were
Yeah.
talking about y'all just always hating on Taylor. And they just like couldn't wrap their mind around the fact that Taylor may have misstepped on this
Yes.
talking a certain way, even if you're not specifically talking about Kayla Nicole,
Hmm.
you're a smart enough person, or you should be at 35 as a person who lives in the world, who lives on social media, which we know that for a fact. She's on here with us.
Hmm.
Somebody who's allegedly so tapped into her fan base, you had to know what that would have been perceived as. So I'm just like
Yeah.
not of the thought that she just didn't have a clue.
I am not falling for that idea either that she put this out and didn't think that people would take that and run with it. And again, that is not me saying you have to change it because people are going to go after Kayla Nicole, but there were certain words, phrases that were used that I'm like, I'm not a bad, and this isn't savage,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
never gonna let you down.
Yeah. And is that separate from the wish list song? This is
That
a
is
different one.
not the wish list song.
Okay. So that
I
means
don't even.
two instances on the
Oh yeah,
album
there
where
are
right.
definitely set. Yeah, the "I'm not a bad" and "this is a savage" line. I can't remember what song it is, but I just remember saying,
Right.
that seems to be odd to put those two things together. And also, why aren't you a bad? Like,
Why don't you see
who is
yourself
a who is a
yes.
bad bitch?
Right.
Who's savage?
And right. And also and this is where I have such an issue where the thing that you're saying in these songs and the way that you're trying to live your life are two different things. You're not telling me that her catwalking down every song in the Eras tour movie, because I did go to see it, okay? She catwalked one too many times within that 15 minutes. And I looked to my friend and I said, you know what? I may leave. Because what else is happening here? Something is off brand. And anyway, yes, she was trying to get model, and I just was annoyed. I'm like, you're trying to be something you're not. When she got into her bag and she got into the piano in the Eras Tour
Yeah.
movie, I was like, yes, turn it up. Turn it up. I'm here for that. That that cat walking in a bedazzled, but that to your point you made earlier, her relatability to her fans believe they could do that, and they could.
And they could. I could.
Right. I could do
Right.
that. I could do better
Yeah.
than that, actually. Me
Yeah.
personally. But her fans can do that. And so there's a relatability there, and I get it. I get it. But you're not going to tell me that that person who catwalked and strutted up and down that stage doesn't think that she's a bad bee. Like, no,
And bad B can come in so many forms. I
100%.
think it's a mentality. I think it's not just a physical persona. So, and I don't know how true this claim is because I don't really remember this in the realm of my whatever. Did Travis Kelsey try to talk to Megan Thee Stallion at some point? Did
You know what?
I?
I think there was that. They were in a commercial together, and people were like, oh, I know. Actually, me, yours person, was like, oh, I know he was. Girl, what? Not me starting rumors online. But I think I was like, wow, I just know he probably acted a fool at that set. And they
And
probably
probably
didn't
did.
they probably didn't even film in the same spot. Like it could have been green screen.
Let me tell you something. If Megan Thee Stallion walked in here right now, I would also act the fool. So,
Yeah.
and
He
I
would be
don't
ready to
make
risk
millions
it
of
all.
dollars playing football. Are you kidding me?
Right?
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah. No, I
Like,
think the video I made was like, oh, I'm sure he was ready to risk it all or something like that. I don't
yeah,
know.
and should have been because, baby, every time I think about her and Clay Thompson, I just
Oh my gosh. They're so
they're
cute.
so cute. But it's like, oh, look, I'm Clay Thompson. I make millions of dollars and I get to date Megan Thee Stallion. Like,
That is
why
not
do some
that is
people
not
just
the
have it all?
that is not the perspective I was thinking. I was thinking like, wow, like Meg Thee Stallion really been through a lot in life, and like now she's a lover girl, and this man is obsessed with her.
And I love that so much for her, but it's like, why do people get to live lives that I
That I
don't
want.
know? Like, why?
Why do people
Like,
get to
not
live
even
my
that I want
dream?
that I want to date Megan Thee Stallion, but like, I would love to just be in her aura.
No,
Like
she
I just
seemed
know
like
Clay is having a good time,
I
honey. I just know he
know.
is, and I know she looks so happy. So, but we're getting off the topic. But
Yes,
I
correct.
say that to say those two things when we know for a fact that Kayla Nicole has called herself and been called a babby because she is.
Yes.
It just felt weird that you're saying I'm not this or that. I'm this and I'm perfect for you and I'm never going to let you down.
Yes.
And it was kind of like,
The whole, like, looking in their phone thing, like, the whole thing just seemed, like, very specific, and yet
yes,
them trying to claim, like, it was nothing. Like, I was very disappointed in that. And there are a couple of things about this where Taylor seems like a mean girl. Even the Charlie XCX shot about her being on coke or whatever. Like,
yeah,
you literally edited your own song for years, like self-edited on stage, for you to go and call this girl a cokehead?
a cokehead.
Now that's not quote. That's not quote cokehead. But that's basically what was
But
going on.
she said coke confidence or coke bravery, I think
Yeah.
was the term that she used. And it's like, is Taylor Swift very intentional about her lyrics or not?
Right.
Because at one point y'all are telling me she thinks about every single thing that she writes and there's a meaning behind every single thing.
Right. There are
But
no
then in the next
accidents.
breath, y'all are telling me that it's not that deep.
Well, first of all, there are no accidents in a 12-track album. There's
In an
not.
album. No.
A
Nobody's
12-track
listening
album?
to an album and putting it out and saying, dang, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it's not. And
No.
again, Taylor Swift is a very astute, observant. Again, she knows her fans better than anybody else.
Yes.
You know that they were going to pick that apart, even if you don't realize that black women are going to hear that as a dog whistle. Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
saying Taylor Swift understands the psyche of a black woman in any way,
Yeah.
but your own fans were going to go, "Oh, yeah, she's
Mhm.
better than the old girl." That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it
Which,
says. And even
so
if it's not specifically about Kayla Nicole again, Kelsey's dating history is black women.
he's got a
That's
type.
who he has dated. He has a type. Beautiful black women.
Yeah, I think
So
that's a
even
great
if you're
point.
not saying like, oh yeah, this is gonna get her, like
Right.
there is still a reason that you decided to use I'm not a baby, this isn't savage.
Right, because when has she done that before?
And people are talking about, well, y'all loved it when Ariana Grande did it.
Wait, what?
Okay.
She did
They're
what?
talking about Seven Rings.
What's the
Talking about in
lyric?
the song Seven Rings where she says, uh I thought it would turn me into a sad beat, but it turned me into a savage.
That is not even close to the same thing.
It's not even close to the same thing. And also, Seven Rings came out years and years ago. It was
I mean,
relevant in a
yes, was
time
she
and
was she in her appropriation era? Yes.
yeah,
But it
and
was more
she is indeed at that time
appreciative
a bad bitch.
and appreciative of the
Yes,
black thing. she was
correct,
co she was co-opting them, but
correct.
appreciation. This was not
For
that.
appreciation. No, two totally different things. So I'm like, y'all aren't gonna get me to look at this and be like, well, she didn't mean anything by it because my intelligence is way higher than that to know
Right.
that the lyrical genius of our time put some thought behind that.
Okay. Which I think the quotes are appropriate. Um, I think that that is a strong assertion.
Yeah.
We did have a conversation earlier about would Taylor Swift be as big as she is without the springboard that is the VMAs. 2009, I believe, when all
Mhm.
the other chaos happened. Lil Mama on stage,
Whew, that was a
you know,
crazy awards night.
crazy. Kanye West comes up, stops her speech because he
And
thought
he was
Beyonce
dead
should have
wrong.
won. He was dead wrong. He was correct. He was wrong though.
He was wrong.
He was absolutely
He
wrong.
was wrong to do that.
Absolutely. That young girl's moment, like let her have it. You know, it was a vision of what was to come, if we're being honest.
Yes.
Being played out on stage, but like
Mhm.
that's also fine. Well, it's not fine, but you get what I'm saying. It Beyonce would have lived because she's lived through it a million times over,
A
right?
million times.
And so, but I argue, one, I think she would still be in country. You said you didn't think she would be in country still.
No, because I think she got into country to transition into pop. I don't think that we would have accepted her as a society into pop as a girl from Massachusetts. right?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I don't know why I keep trying to say Massachusetts.
All the same.
Shout out to our Massachusetts baddies and Pennsylvania baddies. I'm sure they're out
Baddies.
there. Come on,
Yes.
baddies.
Yes. Baddies.
Um,
Savages.
baddies and savages.
Yeah.
But I think she got into country to try to make the transition into pop because unless she just really it doesn't make sense to me that her dream was to be in country.
I think she could have been a really big pop country artist before pop country, again, as I know it. I mean, I think it changed the industry for sure when she moved over to pop, but I think she would have been a country artist that
That
dabbled in a lot
in
of
pop.
pop. Right. Cause I think that's what she was making anyway. It wasn't like way down by the river. Okay. I'm not sure why I just did that, but you get what I'm saying? Like she was talking about the tears on her guitar. Okay.
Tears on her guitar.
Right. So,
That
um,
song,
no, Chef's Kiss,
10,
phenomenal.
10,
10s.
10.
Give her all the 10s. And she really had a like 4 album run, maybe 5 that I'm like bangers.
Mhm.
1989 is for me the best Taylor Swift album. And that might have been like the age that I was at. I'm in
Yeah.
college. It was this like put your top down, put your sunglasses on kind of vibe, hang out with your girls. I mean, I wasn't doing that. I'm just saying that's the vibe of the album. And it was the first time she seemed like she was grown. I think Welcome to New York is on there, or I don't know if that's the name
Girl,
of the
you would
song,
know better than I did. Mhm.
but it seemed like a new lease on life for her. I can remember like a documentary. She had a place in New York. Like, I don't know. It sticks with me in that top to bottom bangers.
Mhm.
It has a special place in the zeitgeist. It has, 22, I think, is on there. Um,
Now that
right,
heat.
right. And so like those type of things, they stand out. And it was called 1989. She was bringing back sounds from the year she was born. Like there was a purpose. And I feel
Yeah.
like she's lost that element of like there's a lot of gimmick in it, I think now. And she needs to get back to the roots.
But I mean, why change it if the gimmick is
I
working?
know. Well, she's the
And
only
I
billionaire without like, Beyonce has Sacred. Selena Gomez has Makeup, all the stuff,
makeup.
right?
Mhm.
Lady Gaga, same thing. She's the only self-made billionaire in the music industry that is solely off of music. Or
Yeah.
like, the her movies and stuff like that too, but like off
Yeah.
the art. So
She's a businesswoman for
yeah,
sure. Like, and that's what I think is something in this conversation that always comes up is y'all just hate her so much. And it's
right.
like, no, I respect the fact that the team that she has put together, marketing, her business savviness, like the way that she is able to capture her fan base in the way she is talented in many ways.
Right.
I can't play the guitar. I can play you one song on the piano. So
Oh
take
gosh.
that.
Hot cross buns?
But I don't even know what the song is called. It's probably not even a song. It's a little scale. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take that back. Actually, I can play you a mean cowbell, but other than that, I don't. Okay, I went to Mississippi State. Not too much. Okay, not too much. But there are just. I feel like the goalpost moves with her a lot.
Yes.
And I think this happened with the last album too, is when it first came out and people were critiquing it, and the people were like, y'all don't understand satire. And then it's like, okay, well, sure, if it's satire, but every single album can't be satire. So it just can't be, because that's the thing now, that people are trying to minimize the weight of some of the words and things that she's talking
Yeah.
about in her songs to say, this is satire. Y'all can't see that.
Yeah.
Is it satire or is it too deep for us to understand? Like, pick which side it is. Because
Right.
on the wish list song that you were talking about, and I think the thing that another point that it kind of felt when I was listening to this album was a lot of her discography has been, like you were saying, like, I love this boy. Boys suck. They suck. I'm actually done with that boy. Actually, no, I'm back in love. I love this boy. Boys suck. They suck. They suck so much. And you know what? They do.
They do.
Boys suck. They
Yeah.
suck, and they don't get better when they get older. I got
Yeah.
stood up on a date by a 40-year-old man a couple weeks ago, and he talking about he stood me up because he wanted to see how I would react. They don't get better.
Yeah. We're
They
gonna
don't.
unpack that later.
They don't get better, y'all. I'm telling y'all. But it seems like she went from we're all together in this like heartbreak and hating men until it was like, oh wait, no, I got the one. Sorry, I'm
You hold her out there
y'all.
alone now.
Y'all are alone. Y'all can have your lit spring breaks and your Balenciagas or Gucci, whatever she said, Prada shades, and your three dogs that you consider kids. But I'm gonna go have some real babies with my fine football player man that I've been wanting since I was in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Because I got him now, so I don't really care. That's what this album kind of felt like to me. That's what Wishlist felt like. It was like, y'all can have all that stuff if y'all want to, but I only want him. So
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah. And the
And I
lyrics
was like,
are
oh,
they want that yacht life under chopper blades. They want those bright lights and Balenci shades and a fat ASS with a baby face. They want it all. And then she gets into basically that she doesn't want that. She wants him,
him.
which, like, all could have been said really in a way that didn't play to, once again, racial stereotypes. Like, girl, you could, if you are the songbird of a generation, if you are a genius lyricist, there were other things you could have put there.
You could have said.
Yeah. And I'll say this, you did say it sounded like every other Taylor Swift album to your ear. I will say I feel that deeply because I was like, bop melody, bop, bop. Like I'm on the airplane, like I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, cool, cool, cool. But there were some words that like felt like she was just trying to fit in for the sake of fitting in. And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
again, if we're talking about a lyricist, like you find ways. I mean,
You find
rappers are
ways.
bending words all day. You need to find another way.
T-Pain rhymed mansion with Wisconsin. So I don't
Yeah.
care what y'all got to say. Something could have been done.
Right.
Now I
Right.
was like you said, some of them were boppies. Like one of the first, I think it's the first song, the Ophelia song. I was in the car like,
Yeah.
yeah,
The chorus is on lock. I mean, now
eating.
there's some bad
There's some bad
lyrics.
ones.
There's some,
Yeah,
yeah, like they start off really well, then you're like, that word's not supposed to be there. Like there was some of that, but like
yeah,
melodically, I thought this is a Taylor Swift kind of song, a bop. And if the words were right, this would have made a great song.
yeah.
And it just some of them didn't land. And again, in a 12 track album, you got to do better than that. So I don't want to hear nothing about no album of the year.
Oh, now, please,
Now, please.
Grammys, I beg of y'all, please don't be that disrespectful in our face this year to even tell me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm trying to think other albums that came out this year. Lady Gaga should probably get a nom. I'm trying to think who
Oh, Lady
else.
Gaga. See, listen, now that is a white woman who pursues art, bro. That
Excellent.
is that is a white woman who is putting out what she wants to put out, bro. She
She
don't
don't
care
care.
about nothing. Yes.
She don't care
And it's
about
always
nothing.
and it's always a hit though. And that's what I don't know. And she's a very good hit maker, pop writer, and always has
And she
been.
can
Like,
sing.
right, true. Play
She can sing.
instruments, the whole thing. And she reinvents herself in a way that I think is, as a female artist, you have to. But like, she be making some good music.
Yeah. And she reinvents herself within herself. Like
Correct. It's still
she's
on
never
brand.
done anything that's off brand for her. Like
Yeah.
when Abracadabra came out, I said,
Yeah.
rah,
Yeah.
rah, 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 rah.
No,
Yeah.
there's another song on there that is so good that I don't think enough people were like, I thought it should have been a TikTok trending sound, but it wasn't. I can't think of it right
It didn't
now.
hit it. But no, I
Um,
think she should get a nod for sure. I'm trying to think. Now
yeah,
biasly, I think Eternal Sunshine should get a nod because that album was incredible.
didn't they already
I
lose
don't.
or no? Didn't they lose last year? Yes,
Did that
girl.
come out last year?
I think so.
Girl, it's on rotation every day in my house like it's new. So,
No, I didn't. Okay, I top to bottom didn't love it. I'll be honest with you. I didn't.
oh, I think that's
Um,
like her best project.
but I'm seriously like I'm a pop person. Like
Yeah.
if you can get me to like the song, it's a hit, is what I'm saying. Like I'm very
Mm-hmm.
superficial in that way. And it
Mm-hmm.
really has to be, I hate to say, like elementary in the fact that like you are conveying a specific purpose and idea.
This was
Not
a very deep album for her. And I say deep with
mm,
like, I feel like this was her most vulnerable album.
got you. Okay. Okay.
I think she like a lot of the stuff she was on there talking about, honey. That album helped me through a breakup, so I was feeling her.
Lord, we will unpack that later
I
as
was
well.
feeling her. Yes, Ari, please tell me. How can
Oh
I
my
tell if I'm in the
god.
right relationship? Am I really
Oh,
supposed to know that? I
oh my god.
am.
Oh my gosh.
Child. Anyway,
Anyways, okay, so let's wrap up the whole and I do think it ties into some other things, but black women in their relationship to Taylor Swift, I think like I said, the whole element of Kayla Nicole, not cool, not appropriate. Um But I think that there's a element that black women find too very irritating is the comparison to other greats that we know, who we know are far more talented if we're just being honest. And there's that criticism of, now, is she a mediocre white woman? No, clearly not. Is she a mediocre insert skill set? Yeah, probably, if we're being honest.
yeah.
And like I said, I do think there are parts of her career that have been elevated due to the victimhood narrative that has been shown over and over again. Again, Kanye West, 2009. We moved to,
Kanye West again when
well, yeah,
Famous came
Kanye
out.
West, Kim Kardashian in, that was 2016, I think. You moved to Scooter Braun after that, right?
Hmm.
So there's this element of like, oh, protect this person, and also that well, we must protect this person, and she's just not a grown up. And so that leads us to this like youthful, childlike Peter Pan thing that we find
Hmm.
ourselves in. So her being like, I want kids, like y'all don't even look at her as like, oh, she might pop out a kid tomorrow at 35. Like y'all are looking at her like, oh my God, our girl is getting her dream. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's an infantilizing element to it um that I don't love.
I think the best way I can put it that it makes sense in my mind is her and Adele are not far apart from each other in age.
Like literally the same age. Yeah, like months apart.
So when I think about it in that way, I think there's something to be said about that, right? And
Mhm.
Adele has gone through different things that Taylor Swift has gone through. Taylor Swift
Right.
has not been divorced. She
Correct.
has not had a child. She's not a mother. So there are, but I'm thinking about when Adele, the 21 album, or even, I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
all of
yeah.
them,
When she before she had that, yeah, yeah.
before she had absolutely wonderful writing. The album that she won the Grammy for over Lemonade. Was I angry that Lemonade didn't win? Yeah. But was I happy for Adele? Yeah. But she even got up on that stage and said, baby, I don't deserve
Yeah,
this.
man. Beyonce really
And
got, yeah,
Lemonade, Beyonce put out when she was 30.
4, 5, 30. Yeah. Yeah. But
So,
but even brings
so,
but even brings you to the idea of like black women grow up a lot faster. The world ages them a lot faster,
yep.
sexualizes them faster, earlier. Um,
Fast
right.
being the term that we have to stop
Mhm.
using in relationship into young black women
Right.
and
And maybe
girls.
that's why Taylor doesn't see herself as a bad bee. Like maybe she, again, that infantilizing idea of like she's just, that is usually ascribed to black women typically.
Yeah.
Um and it's usually an older woman, you know what I mean? Like it's a grown up, right?
She's
So
grown and sexy. That's a
right.
bad,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like Kayla Nicole. Did y'all see her on that stage with Chris Brown?
Yes,
Baby.
girl, I was shocked. Was it planned? I never actually watched a video where she talked about it.
She said that she did not know when she got to the stadium, but she was asked before, I think like in the middle of the show, like before
Girl,
the
it was so
baby.
much. It's so much. Now listen, I
I
would not be.
watched every angle of that performance, every single
Oh
video that
my
came
god.
up. I stayed up till 2 a.m. the night after it happened, baby. I was
Oh
watching
my
every single one.
gosh. Okay. Well, listen, I would not be caught dead at a breezy bowl. That's why I thought she was wild, and I'm like, oh, you had breezy
Yeah.
bowl. Spooky, spooky.
She did what she had to do though. It
He
was
would
her show.
look. He been performing, but golly.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I had to give my girl her tens on that.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
ate that up.
Okay, that's fine. I watched it and I was like, "Whoa!" I would never want my mother. I would never want my mother to see that. Like
The
that's
way
kind
her
of where
mother was in the stands, crazy.
I
She
didn't
was
know
there with
that.
her mother and her sister.
Oh, very spooky. Very, very spooky. Okay, but like,
What?
listen, but that's a grown up. That's a grown
That's
up.
a grown up.
Listen, do your thing. Okay.
That's a grown woman.
We stand Kayla Nicole. I hope
We
she
do.
gets all the best things. I have this video that continues to like get views about me saying like who would be the person she should pop out with that would like shut all this down. And the video is Michael B. Jordan, but like now I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
girl,
know.
live
I
your
just
life.
want her to be happy. I just
I
want her to be happy.
know.
And I honestly hope that this has not, I just hope she has a
Yeah.
good team around her
First of
that
all,
these other
no,
people
no. They better be saying, girl, you got mentioned in a Taylor Swift song. You are living rent free, baby girl.
living rent free, honey.
Rent
Cause
free. That is the most expensive disc you're ever gonna get.
no, truly. Because why am I still being talked about at this
The
point?
most expensive. A billionaire went out of their way to put it on a track that is going to make a lot of money for her and will
Hmm.
be sang forever and ever. You're
Yeah.
you're immortalized.
You're that girl.
You're that girl. Okay,
You're
there's one
that
more other
girl.
point I want to make, and we can move on from all of this. And I feel like I've said the two words white woman a lot on here, but I do want to make another point about that is that I'm so sick of white women being able to just like brush past these little hiccups. Taylor has not said a word about this, and she's not going to. She's going to keep her
No.
mouth closed because her fans are going to do all the fighting for her online.
Yep.
Okay. So that's
Absolutely.
going to happen. The Alex Earl of it all, the Billie Eilish of it all. When people were going after Beyonce because Billie Eilish was crying at the Grammys, which I don't even think Billie was crying about losing. I think Billie was genuinely
I
crying
think
for
she was
Beyonce.
happy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Billie ain't say nothing. Her brother did, but kept it quiet. I don't love that.
I don't love that
Haley
either.
Haley from Paramore would never. Haley Williams would never.
Baby.
She would shut that
And
down.
which is why we stand Paramore in this household.
Listen,
And I'm
Paramore.
ready for her appearance on Act 3.
You talk
Beyonce,
about
you hear
I
me?
know, right? You talk about, like, being a black girl in the suburbs, baby. Turn on that Paramore for me, please.
I just rediscovered Still Into You a couple of
Um,
months ago on on a road trip, and it came up on my shuffle and I said, "Wow.
wow.
What a song, honey."
No, it really is, and that for me, "Still Into You" probably isn't even in my, like, top 10 Paramore songs, like,
Dang.
bro, so good. But yes, so back to these white women who get to brush past things that you think I'm joking. Like these are the type of things I think about all the time. I get so
No, that's real.
frustrated being online all the time and just watching people get to bypass as long as they're quiet, they know that this idea of canceled is not real. Even Taylor Swift in the song says they are the ones that have the same scars and like these friends of hers that are canceled. And I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. First of all, Taylor, when were you canceled? When
Child.
when everybody thought you lied or whatever about the Kim
The
Kardashian of
behind
it all, the
yeah.
reputation, like, girl, nobody actually canceled you. People stopped being uninterested in the art.
Yeah. And I think it canceled means something, right? Like you're not when TV shows get canceled, they don't come back.
Right?
You have not been canceled. You have been criticized. You've been critiqued,
Yeah.
but you have not been canceled. And I think that's another thing. It's like you can't be mad about critique.
No,
We
especially
all get
when
it.
you
Like,
are
and
a average size, abled, white, blonde woman in America. You cannot be.
no.
And which bring me to another point and another thing.
And another thing,
When she talks about in wish list, when she says, and they will all just leave us the F alone. It's like, baby, you don't want to be left alone. I know you don't. You don't live in a way that makes me believe that you want to live in that cul-de-sac you keep talking about with kids that look like Travis and be left alone.
no.
That's not your brand. That's not your MO. You
The
live for
whole
this.
rollout of this screamed. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Until the day the engagement happened, and then, well, let me say this. Until the day the engagement was posted, I thought this relationship was a PR
I
stunt.
know.
Now,
Uh-huh.
the day of the engagement, I'm like, you know what? Okay, maybe they rocking and rolling.
I guess so.
And then I think the podcast came after that to announce the album, or
Opposite.
his was opposite. Okay.
Yeah.
His jeans ad came out after that.
Oh, totally to soften the blow because it was with that company.
And I went immediately back to PR because the rollout, you got engaged, or you're announcing your album, it's all mixed up in the engagement, it's all mixed up in this feels
Okay. Okay. I'm
this
with
just
you.
feels calculated, y'all. And I was I was so, and I'm excited for my girl because I don't have a ring on my finger. I want one. So I'm very excited that she has, gotten to that point in her life where she's found somebody that she loves. Because even if it did start out as a PR stunt, they must have love for each other at this point
Yeah.
now. Like, obviously. But this is not me saying like I hate that she's getting married. This is me saying like, why does it seem so calculated?
Yeah. You know what? I have a digital footprint that says like I called this a PR stunt from beginning.
Jump.
Okay. And eventually I was like, oh shoot. And it didn't take me to the engagement, but it took me a while to be like, you know, past the PR stunt of the beginning of it all, right? Like she was
Mhm.
seen with him so early, so often, so freely. They got the paparazzi shot. Like it just seemed very calculated. And
Yeah,
she has a history of it, things like that being calculated. I do believe that they are in love. I do believe they are in like a very honeymoon stage of it all. Um,
for sure.
I I hope that man would never cheat on that girl the way he allegedly cheated on Kayla Nicole. Like, hopefully,
Same
maybe he
here.
thinks highly enough of this person that he would never do that. Especially like, well, I was about to say it's Taylor Swift. Like,
I
if you
know
cheat on her,
it.
you know where I'm about to
Yeah,
go. Like,
yeah,
if
I know exactly where
my
you're
girl
going.
got cheated on, sorry, you could be on the chopping block too. But
Yeah,
I do believe them. I also think a lot of things feel very superficial about it, but I'm not in their relationship, so be it. I
I
hope
don't
them
know.
beautiful children that look like Travis and you get your white picket fence. But the world is not going to leave you alone because you don't want them to.
No,
And somebody who wants to be left alone, Adele, and she is left alone.
baby, we don't hear nothing about a deal unless she
Would you
on
say?
that stage.
Yeah,
I said we don't hear
exactly.
nothing about her unless you on that stage, baby. We don't know nothing that's going on. We see her and her man at the award shows, but baby, other than
Yes.
that, I don't know what the heck
And
is going
that's
on. I don't know
and that's
nothing,
new. And that part is
and
new.
that's new.
Um And even I mean, I even think about now when Ariana Grande wants to be quiet, she can be. When she don't want to be, she's not, which is my point.
Yeah,
Billie
yeah.
Eilish.
We
I don't know
talking.
who Billie Eilish is dating. I mean,
I
I
don't
think
even
people
know who Billie Eilish friends with. I don't even know.
yeah. Well, she posts with some of them sometimes, but again, on their own terms, right? So I just like
Yeah,
I'm not buying the whole like I want people to leave us alone cuz if that were the case, you would have found a way.
yeah.
So, anyway, cuz we still got to
I don't
talk
buy
about
that.
some WNBA stuff.
We have
Uh,
to shout out to Playa Society for this
I
awesome
know. Well,
shirts. I
I
love
need a
it.
shirt. Play Society, help me out, bro.
Play
I want
Society, shout out to y'all.
I want the like wider where they're like wider in the middle, and they're cropped, they're a little shorter.
Oh yes,
I don't know if
I'm gonna
that
have
the
to go on
one
there
you
and get
have
some stuff
on.
going.
I
It is
know.
not a cropped. It is just a regular little t-shirt. They gave these to us in our media bags when we went for the draft.
Yes. No, I think that is the same shirt because Kayla had it on. I think I like that one. It's a different fit. It's not like a traditional t-shirt.
No, it's not traditional. It
Yeah.
does have like a little. I like it because I feel like a cool girl when I wear it because it's
I
kind of big
know. That's what I'm saying. I want one. You throw that on with some like cute
with some like
jeans.
joggers.
Wait, are the girls
Yeah,
wearing joggers still? I don't think so.
people are wearing joggers still, but they have to be like the cute, like the swishy ones,
Okay. I
like the
think
straight leg ones.
the actual sporty sweatpants girlies need to have a discussion because I think we are doing different things than y'all are doing.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. We'll discuss, and then we'll
Well,
come back.
we'll jot that one down. We'll talk about that later with all the other things we have to meet about. Okay. All right. Very quickly, let's talk about some WNBA. The finals. They were tonight. Don't
Oh
tell me
my
what happened.
gosh!
Don't tell me what happened. Wait, do
Wait,
you
hold
know?
on. I'm finna. No, I don't know what happened either.
Okay, but they're on West Coast time, so it might have started, but it would have been 8 o'clock, I think. I'm scared to look. I don't want to look.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna
Okay,
look
look, but don't spoil
because
it
I
for me. Just
forgot because I've been freaking sleeping all day.
waiting on me to record.
I am looking. The game is happening right now.
What quarter?
There's still 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Is it close? Tell me. Not don't tell me the score. Is it close? Do I need to turn it on now?
In basketball terms, I guess it's close. It's
Babe, how many points? Just tell me.
10.
10 is not close. Okay. All right. Hopefully Phoenix pulled out
That's
at least
five
one.
possessions.
That's a lot
That's
of
nothing.
possessions.
That's nothing.
It's nothing in
You
5
said you
minutes.
you said you're hoping Phoenix pulls one out.
Yes, simply because we got to make it interesting. If there's a sweep, you can't have a sweep. Uh
Well, they
oh.
just scored.
Oh my god.
Mm,
Your face is telling it all. The
You
Aces, the
know,
fact that they will have come back from
that's why I'm all in on the Aces. I'm
no.
all in.
I wanted I I really wanted why can't I think of her name? Alyssa Thomas to get one. Like I really wanted that.
I just if it's Asia against anybody, I'm going for Asia
I know.
every single
Listen.
time.
Listen,
I
I
just
love her.
can't. I love her so much,
I
and I think they
do.
learned from this year for just being down in the dumps, honey. They were looking
Oh
rough.
no.
My girls was looking rough, and they said, we finna turn this thing on around."
Yeah. No,
So I love it, but I
I
hate it for Phoenix.
I hate it for mostly just Alyssa Thomas. That's it. Dewana
It
got
was
hers. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Not too she'll get another opportunity. Wickham, like, she be winning with her Australian team sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. There's just Alyssa Thomas deserves, bro. And
she
she's
does.
done it in a way, bro, you don't got two shoulders. You don't got one shoulder. She's shooting that ball with such accuracy with like, come on.
You don't have one
No, and I don't mean that in a bad way in any way. I just mean
No.
like
I
she
know
doesn't have
exactly what
two
you mean.
functioningly appropriate shoulders for basketball. And
She
she
has
is
been
triple doubling everybody
it's been sick, like
and
sick.
defensively doing her job, like doing more than her job. I just hate it
More.
because it feels like she doesn't have of course she has support around her. You don't get to the finals without it. But it really be like folks be making dumb mistakes around her and like her face just be like, bruh.
Bro.
Like, why she be
She's like,
having to
I've come
deal with
all
that?
this way. I've come all this way.
Even at Connecticut,
No,
yo. It was like,
I just
bruh.
I hate that for her. And it's like I want her to get one too, but I just can't have her get it now because I want Asia to get it.
I know
That
it.
sounds so bad.
At the
I just
beginning
like
of this
if
season, this whole thing, like nobody could have seen this all
I
coming.
would have never predicted this. If somebody told you they had this final day, they a lie and a half.
And not even just the final, because I feel like, of course, people are going to root for the Aces.
Yeah.
But Minnesota going out in the semis, you couldn't have. Liberty going out in the first round, you couldn't have sold that.
Whew,
Like,
definitely wouldn't have bought that. Definitely wouldn't have bought that.
unbelievable. But let's talk about Fee's comments at her exit interview. Okay. So
Mhm.
she blasted Kathy, okay, saying, well, there are a couple of big things that stood out. It was that, Paige and Caitlyn should be grateful for the platform. They should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for her getting them the platform or for the media rights deal, basically.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing? There were a couple other things.
I think one of the big things was her saying that only losers complain about the refs,
Yes.
which I
Yikes.
thought was so lame to say
Yeah.
because what this isn't a just this year thing. Like this
Right.
isn't the first year that people have been complaining about the refs in the W. This is
Yeah.
not a new issue.
Right.
So for you to say
Allegedly, because she said she didn't
allegedly
say
say,
it.
she said she didn't say that, but for her to allegedly say only losers complain about the refs.
Right. But she had to know that conversation would get out because I saw an ESPN article that they vetted sources that said immediately after within a few days of the meeting that Nafisa Collier is alluding to or quoting,
Mhm.
those people said no. She told us that she said that back in February. So calling her a liar is not doing you any good when people are corroborating that story that she said it was said in February, where she kept it cute and didn't tell the world about it.
Yeah. And I took Fee's side from jump because one, I would never come out against my boss like that,
Mhm.
basically my boss,
Right.
unless I knew I was right.
Right.
Like,
True.
and it rings, I think it's important that after Fee says these comments, there was a host of support,
Right.
not just from players on the links, from players across the W.
Right.
So this is not and I think the nail in the coffin for me that I'm like, oh, she was telling the truth was after Kathy finally came out and actually said something before the first game of the finals to respond, because that statement she put out was not
Oof.
that was
Oof.
not
Yeah.
good. That was not
Yeah.
good. Fee canceled their meeting.
Oh yeah. She said, never mind.
Never mind. There's no point of me meeting with you is what I got from that. There's no point of me meeting with you because you're not going to tell the truth and you're going to lie.
Right.
So there's no point.
Yeah. And I've got a quote from she sat down with Kamala Harris in a conversation on stage, and it said her response to all this was, for her to start her speech saying she has the utmost respect for me and the players, and then to turn around and call me a liar 3 minutes later, denying words that I heard come straight out of her mouth, I think it just speaks to the lack of accountability. And so I really have nothing further to say. I think she encapsulated what I was talking about in my statement. Like and I don't even say she's coming out for blood because I don't even think that's what it was. It was like, okay, you playing in my face? Okay, fine. Like, let's do it.
There's no point. There's no
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And I think she has a huge leg to stand on with Unrivaled.
Right. And
You
everybody,
it can be done. It
right.
can be done. You can have good officials, you
Yeah.
can have good facilities and resources. And yes, it's a smaller league. People are like, well, she hasn't done it on the level of the WNBA.
Right.
Fine, but it can be done. And I think that if I'm a leader, if I'm a commissioner, and one of my star players, a star, comes out and says, we have the worst leadership in
Oh
professional
yeah.
sports,
Yeah.
that statement did not give, wow, like that, this is false. Everything she said is false.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you're fighting for your job.
Yeah.
It felt too soft of a response for
Right.
me to be like, okay. I just didn't feel like it was an appropriate response to
Yeah.
put out right after that, because somebody basically just said, you don't care about us. And
Right.
one thing that Kathy kept saying in the press conference before the first finals game was, if players are feeling this way, if we have done this, if this and this and that. And
Mhm.
it's like, Kathy, doesn't seem that there is an if. It seems like
Right.
this is really, they aren't, it's not if they're feeling that y'all don't value them. They are feeling this.
Yeah.
Players are
Yeah.
saying, I completely stand behind everything Fee is saying.
Right. And the
Deladon said
coaches.
she don't even know if she know that she retired. What?
Bro, that was
That
crazy.
was crazy.
Deladon Elena Deladon retires from the league and you don't send a word?
A
That blew
flower,
me.
a text.
That was the most shocking thing. An all-star? I don't know if she
Oh,
ever won MVP, but are you joking? She
one
had
of
to
the
win final.
faces, like
Right.
someone who doesn't watch the W probably knows Elena
Bro,
Deladon's name.
you wanna talk about somebody who will say, "Leave us the F alone," is Elena Della. Bro, you don't
Baby,
hear a peep out of her.
nothing.
Nothing.
I'm like, I'm sure she's off living her life. She said, excuse me real quick, I gotta come to the mic. I don't think she knows I retired because I haven't heard from her.
Right. She just dropped it on her
Whoa.
story and moved on.
I moved on. Whoa.
I love that for
Not a
her.
flower, not a chocolate, not a piece of candy.
Girl, Elena Deladon has always been like that though. Like you got recruited to UConn. You went to UConn. Then you were like, "Nah, I'm not actually gonna go here." Like like you went home because you wanted to be with your sister. Like who
Yeah.
does that? Like you're I think she was number 1 in the world. I think she was number
She
1.
looking up at UConn like,
I said in the world. Not the
in the
city,
world.
the world,
In the
Greg.
whole world.
No, but she was the number 1 player in the country. I think maybe Maya number 2? Like it
Number
was
two.
it was something like that. Somebody fact check me. Mom, fact check me, okay?
Mom, fact check her.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's somebody who like stay out the way, and I love that about her. But
Do
okay, so
you
what are your
think,
what?
I was about to ask you a question, my turn.
Sure. Sure.
Do you think she has to step down after the CBA
She
is
seemed
taken
like
care of?
she ain't about to do that. I thought the rumor where they said she was gonna step down after, when they came out and they said, "Oh no, that ain't true. We not doing that." I thought, "Oh, okay, cool, bet." Then when
Yeah.
she called her a liar though, that didn't help. That's what I'll say about that.
No.
I think she could have gotten through it had she not called her a liar. Or she hadn't stood in front of the world and said, "We're meeting." And then Fee saying, "No, we're not." Like I think she made it too much of a spectacle after that. But
Yeah.
she is not the first commissioner to be hated either.
No.
So if those men could keep their job, I guess equality. I don't know. It's a problem when I do it. That's what Kathy need to say. It's okay when they
Yeah.
do it. It's a
It's
problem when I
okay when
do
they
it.
do it. But I think the thing is, the W is supposed to be different, right? Like
No, for
that's
real. And it
the
is.
W has been different. The W has been at the forefront of the social movements in the
Mhm.
past few years, has been the forefront of just like speaking up. Their players are much more vocal than other leagues. And I think
They're
that's what makes the
blacker than
W so
other leagues.
okay.
No,
So
no,
there's more
but
speaking that needs to be done.
truly, it's truly the reason this league has been able to be outspoken in the way that they are is because they are black women and like who's more oppressed than black women. So
Nobody.
when they speak up, it's a very big deal. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a very big deal. They've been doing it not just the last few years. I can remember when Maya was playing and they were talking about Ferguson, right?
Yep.
And so it's it's one of those things where am I getting that year right?
Mike Brown was killed in 2014, which was right before
Okay,
I went
yes.
to
Okay.
undergrad.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So always been active in that space. But here's my thing about all those other leagues, and you talk about women's sports in general. I think, and of course, I mean, light years ahead of the men, in my opinion. You know, I don't really get into the whole men's sports thing.
You don't talk about men. No,
Don't
that's
really,
real.
don't really love that. I mean, literally at dinner tonight, they were talking about soccer, men's soccer, and football, and I was like, snooze. What's next? What's next? Like, please, I literally know nothing.
Don't know anything that y'all are talking about. It's like a foreign
Right. Is
language.
there a woman
That's
anywhere?
okay. That's okay, sister.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to help you with that.
No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Okay,
I have
that's
no
fine. And you know
desire.
what? And that is completely okay.
Yeah. I
That's
just like,
completely okay.
yeah, it needs to be the he woman man haters club. You ever seen the Rascals?
Absolutely.
Okay. Not the he man woman
Absolutely.
haters club. The
I was
she,
making sure that you were saying
right.
the right name of the club. The
She woman man haters club.
When Man Haters Club.
She woman man haters club.
And you are the president. You are the
Wait,
president.
should we make shirts? Okay. Anyway, we'll Google it. We're
We'll
trademark it.
we'll table that with the rest of the things we must discuss.
we'll circle back on
We'll
that.
circle back to that.
Oh my god, I don't even know what we were talking about.
You were talking about how you don't
Oh,
talk about men
yes, but
and
black women in this league. Okay, so the WNBA is the blackest league that there is, the queerest league. With those two things, you're already not
yeah,
not considered, right? And I think that is why it's the most inviting, inclusive space that there is in all of sport, which is
there
why
are
he had
literally stars of the W that have a streaming show called Stud Buds.
right. Nobody else could do it.
You're not getting that anywhere else.
Nowhere else.
And it's
So
quality content.
right.
It's
And
quality.
so it's one of those things where that's why I think fans get so protective about all these new fans and all of that is be like, bro, this league is something incredibly special.
Yes.
Not only are their leaders in terms of women's sport, when the US women's national team was fighting for their CBA, they were consulting WNBA players at the
Hmm.
time. So I don't actually remember why I was making this point, but shout out to the women of the W. We love
Shout
you.
out to the W. We love you. Y'all are stars.
You're stars and you deserve all the money.
And you deserve all the money that you won because I cannot do what you can do. And I think all the people that are saying that you shouldn't get money are people that can't do what you can do
Cannot.
either.
Including
So
Kathy.
they should be quiet. Oh,
What? I'm wrong. I'm wrong? Bruh, come on. Listen,
I'm just saying, I'm with you when you're right, sister. I'm
thank
with you
you.
when you're
There
right.
are 144, maybe 56 now women in the world who can do what they can do.
Okay.
In fairness, no.
I'm not included.
That will be more because we are expanding.
We are.
But right now, I think it's got to be 156 because the Valkyries were added. It used to be 144, and that was a
Mhm.
number everybody talked about. But yes, it is a very elite league,
Yeah.
elite women
It is.
who should be paid. Like even the NBA can't even say it's the 144 best people in the world playing. Those people are
No.
included in y'all's numbers, but like
Yeah.
if we only shrank the NBA to 144, imagine what they would get paid.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow. Dang, I've never thought about it like that. And
yeah.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
You're
so
absolutely right.
pay them what you owe them.
Love y'all. W. We
W.
love the W
Okay, so
because y'all are wonderful. And go Aces because go Aces.
that's what I
And
was
we love you,
wondering.
Asia Wilson. Oh
What's the
yes, I'm
final record?
Aces 100% down. I want them to bring out that broom.
Oh, okay, I can't have it. I
I
cannot.
want them to,
As
because I just think the story would be too good.
a sweep is not a good story, babe.
It's good for the Aces story.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
No, I think how they
You're
started this season is a great story.
you're telling me that we moved to 7 games for us to only get 4 games out of the finals?
Okay, fair. I will say no, because I think Phoenix will get one. Let me check the score.
So you spoiled the game for me, huh?
What you mean? What you mean?
You said I think Phoenix will get 1, which means they didn't get
Well, I
to
said
9.
let me check the score because I haven't seen. I haven't
Yes,
seen.
but you
I
knew,
don't know.
but you knew that they were
Oh
down 2-0.
no, Mercury down by 1 with 2 minutes left.
Baby, I
Okay,
love women's basketball
because how we get from 10 to 1? That see,
because
I told you.
it's only
I
5
told
possessions.
you. I told you it was only 5 possessions.
I
You just
know.
need
I
score,
said
stop, score, stop, score, stop.
I know. It's thank you,
And if
basketball
you hit
coach.
three threes, 4 possessions. Okay, come on.
Oh my
I
gosh.
need, yeah, give me a whistle, baby, because I
Give
know
me a
what's
win.
going on.
Girl, I need you to come help coach.
New
Okay.
York Liberty, call me, call. No, I'm just kidding.
Liberty? You coaching for the Liberty now? Oh
Because
God.
I don't know why y'all fired
Sandy,
that lady.
Sandy better
Why
be
would
going to
y'all fire
Dallas.
her?
We're not gonna open this can of worms, but Sandy need to go
You're
to Dallas
right.
and get with Paige. We're gonna need
Oh, T. That would be T.
tea. Okay, you get one sentence about Bad Bunny being in the Super Bowl because we were supposed to talk about it. What you got?
I won't know any of the words, comma, but I will be up dancing, period.
I love that. Yup. Okay. And I
Mm-hmm.
will add to that. I hope he don't speak a word of English the whole time. Like all these people, that's what they deserve. Okay, that was 2 sentences, but we I don't
No,
even like
that's
love
okay.
I don't even love Bad Bunny like that, but like
No,
the principle is the principle.
the principal is the principal. I hope he gets up there and says not a lick
A
of
lick.
English,
Not a lick.
not a lick. Espanol all night long,
Mhm. And I won't
baby.
know
A
any of
whole
it.
11 minutes. No, no, no. I
I didn't
don't. I
take it
don't
in
know any words.
school, nothing. But
I took French because I wanted to be different.
I took Japanese. Look at us. Cool,
Oh,
quirky
look at
girls.
us,
Quirky
cool,
girls. Okay. All right. What are you currently genuinely curious about?
Ooh, what am I genuinely curious about? I'm gonna bring it back to what I know. I am genuinely curious when we are going to get the announcement for Act 3 for
Okay.
Beyonce.
Okay.
I
Do you really
just
think it'll be a rock
can't.
album? Yes or no?
Yes, but I think it's going to be a Beyonce rock album. So I don't.
Right.
I think it's giving 6 inch.
Mhm. Yeah.
What's that? Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that I think she's coming with.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm genuinely curious, I guess, about the next announcement because I do think we are getting a Cowboy Carter tour movie. And
I
that
would
will
love.
really hit for me right now. I need
Yes.
it. I need it bad because I'm starting to
Not you itching like that. Oh my
like I'm
God.
itching a little bit. Like I just can't. Like
I'm
what?
thinking
I would even settle for, and I don't even think this would be settling. I would settle for a live album of the tour because we didn't get that for Renaissance, and I sing the live version of Renaissance when I'm in
that
my
is
car,
so funny. Okay.
baby.
That's
Yeah,
so funny. Okay. And yeah, I'm thinking rock like before Elvis stole, you know?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
At its core, at its root.
Yes. Which I look forward to.
That's what
Because
I'm
once again,
thinking.
another history lesson, something with context, something with meaning. But hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Jalen, thank you for coming on. You're gonna have to come back.
This was so
Okay.
fun.
You are gonna
Absolutely,
it
absolutely.
it may be a more less chaotic setting where I'm not on the road in a hotel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
This is
I
the
want to come
longest
to the
episode.
studio. This is the longest episode.
Yeah. But what'd you say?
Period. I said I want to come to the studio.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to come see. I'm gonna have to come to ATU.
Okay, well, this has been so fun. I'll
I had
see
so much
you.
fun. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm so in awe of you. You are wonderful. You are so knowledgeable. You have just created this lane for yourself that I think is so you and so like so specific to you.
Don't
And
make me cry.
I'm just so in awe of everything that you do, because I hate social media. I hate it too. I hate like I think I'm not good at it. And so the fact that you were able to like just do it with ease and poise and just, I just think you're awesome. So thank you for having me on. This is great.
Oh, well, thanks for coming on. And I didn't hear any of that because it glitched out. And so that is the story of the episode. I'll have to watch it back.
Just know I
Oh,
think you're a star.
oh, thanks. I think you're a star. When I saw your stand ups for the first time, I was like, she's got it. She's got it. She's got it.
She's taking it.
She's taking it. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.